What's up, folks? My name is Mike, and I made a commentary about how I'm fascinated with the concept of time, but I'm also fascinated with space. And I was going to talk about that in that video, but it's kind of short, so I'm going to have it's going to have its own video. Space is something that I have loved since I was a kid. In the 6th grade, I could tell you all the planets, the order of which they are from the sun, how far they are from Earth, their moons, just all this cool stuff. But all that information kind of slipped out of my mind the older I got, and since I didn't really keep up with it. So I don't really know too much about space anymore, but it's still, hearing about it and just thinking about it is just awesome to me. So I know I'm in the majority of people that would love, at one point in my life, to go to space. I don't care if it's to go to the moon, if it's to just go a couple kilometers outside of the planet just so I can look at the planet from like the entire planet, see really how big it is. Because that's just, when I think about that, I just think about that a lot. If I were to leave Earth, if I were to go take a rocket ship and just leave Earth, I honestly want to know how massive this planet is. Because I try to think about it. I try to compare it to something. I think, okay, what's big? Well, there's buildings that are ginormous. Okay, what if I put these two buildings together? I can't comprehend how grand this planet is and how grand another planet is. I don't remember. I think Jupiter's the biggest planet. I try to comprehend if I wasn't on the planet, if I was just looking at it, how freaking big is Earth, is Jupiter, how small is Pluto? It's not a planet anymore, but I know I've never seen it. Obviously, I've never seen anything that big. And I want to see that. I want to be able to look at Earth from the outside. That would be so cool. And that's something I also think about. But then I also kind of think about space in terms like kind of the way I think about time. I think about it in small chunks that slowly and progressively get larger. So, for example, I'll be walking down the street and I'll look up into the sky and I do this a lot. I try to find the curvature of the Earth, which I know is damn well impossible, but I do it anyway because it's a lot of fun. But while I'm looking for that curvature, I realize how high up the sky is, and then I realize how far away the horizon is. But no matter what, whenever I get to that horizon, there's always going to be another horizon. And then I realize how I'm just someone right now in my room sitting commentating this, and I think it's important. But then I think about my country, the entire world, how small I really am as an individual. And then I think about it, how small am I in terms of this galaxy, and then the entire universe. If it's really still expanding, that's crazy how vast this universe is, how many different galaxies, stars, planets, suns, black holes, other life forms maybe are out there. And speaking of other life forms, here's the thing, I'm not a religious person. I don't believe in the supernatural, and I get a lot of shit for saying this, but it's not that I don't believe in extraterrestrial life or intelligent extraterrestrial life. It's just that, and I hate saying this. I haven't seen them, so that's why I don't believe in them. But then every time I say this, there's always that one guy who says something. Well, do you believe in gravity? You don't see it, but you feel it, or something like that, you know? And I'm just like, okay, yes, I get it. I'm basically contradicting myself. Can I just have a belief here? So that's my thing, and I know a lot of people are going to jump on my ass for it, but that's just it. But it fascinates me, the idea that somewhere there could be another form of life somewhere, and they could be more advanced than us, they could be less advanced, they could just be starting out as a civilization, and it's cool to think what they look like. Do they look like humans? Are they something we can't even comprehend, we can't even think about, we don't even know what they look like because we don't know, we can't think, I can't even speak right because I'm thinking about it. Did they look like something we could never imagine? What language do they speak? What does it sound like? Is it similar to ours? And when I was a kid, I had this I guess idea that somewhere there was this planet where it was a replica of Earth. Anyone who has ever lived on Earth has lived on that planet, and it's not like Bizarro World where they do the opposite of what you do and they live like this whole different life. I just thought it was cool to think about this other planet where everything is the exact same. People do whatever they want, and a lot of times, sure, it'll be the exact same decisions I've made on this Earth, but maybe my counterpart on the other planet makes one different decision. They I don't know, they say something that I decided not to say on this earth, but they think, you know, I'm gonna say it, and then their entire life changes for the better, for the worse. I don't know, and that has always, and I don't know, I know it's super unlikely, but I just always thought that would be so cool to meet your counterpart and kind of compare lives, because I think I don't know if any of you ever watched this show called Fringe, but for the first, I think, 3 or 4 seasons, it's actually fantastic, and it basically there's 2 worlds. And once the people start meeting each other from the other world, it's cool because they start talking about, okay, well, I grew up here. Where'd you grow up? Okay, this happened to me too. This happened to me. What did you do here? Oh, your mom died. Mine didn't. Mine's still alive. And like they meet each other's parents, who they thought were dead, but on the other planet they're alive. And that is such a cool concept to me. So space is awesome. I would love to just. I want it to be Star Wars, where you can just hop inside of a machine and just go, I want to go 100 light years an hour and get to 100 light years away. Like, what's 100 light years away? I don't know. Maybe there's a whole civilization of people that are right now, this second, discovering the internet, or discovering light year technology that they can travel at the speed of a light year, and it just. Oh, it's so cool. That space and time are easily the 2 things that occupy a lot of my time when I'm daydreaming. I don't know why, they just do. They're just so fun to think about. So, next time you need something to think about, just think about some time or space. Think about how much could be out there, or how little could be out there. Well, that just about wraps it up. I appreciate you watching. I appreciate you. Have a great day. I love you. Bye.